This audio is used for the transcriber test at GoTranscript.
However, while while in this particular case I'm talking about the behaviour of just one individual consultant, when we started having a look around the rest of this national security organisation, there were 1,000 consultants all doing this. They were all independent consultants, and they were all doing their best to just slow the machine down, make the project fail. So in that case, we ended up, once we'd identified that we had this really quite massive cultural problem where we had essentially a lot of mini saboteurs basically in the machine, we then had to we kicked that back to the top, and then we dealt with it. And we literally, once we dealt with it, everything, the machine worked well again. But this is sort of why, on the one hand, but you have people at the very bottom who can just slow things down enough where it starts causing an issue, where it starts causing a project slide. But then, similarly, from the top, there have also been organisations. I mean, there was one chap basically within one of the world's largest insurance
Ito po yung user
organizations.
testing.
Vice president.
So ito po yung
And we were working with this organisation to deliver essentially a pay-as-you-go insurance solution. So you can think of it as these are literally, they're one of the world's largest insurance companies. But what they wanted to do is they wanted to create a new pay-as-you-go car insurance service because that's the way the market's headed. So that was a new digital service over there. This particular vice president was responsible for car insurance, but he actually felt that by moving from a traditional way to provide car insurance to moving to pay-as-you-go, where people turn it on and off as they want, was going to hurt his business's revenues, that he wasn't going to be able to hit his individual, and this was about the individual, he wasn't going to be able to hit his individual targets, and so he tried to slow the whole project down, and in the end, he went up to the CEO of this insurance company and said, look, this won't work, very unhappy about this and everything else. And the CEO, because again, we were sitting with the CEO at the time, because you've got to have that top-down leadership and you've got to be on the same page. We trashed it out. But what he was essentially worried about was that he wasn't going to get his bonuses, and that everything else. So there are a huge number of little personal demons basically that come out at all sorts of levels. So that's why I sort of say, as difficult as it is, you've got to watch everybody. But the best way to do it is if you have a plan, you need to try to identify areas of transformation that are going slower than expected.
This audio is used for the transcriber test at GoTranscript. This audio is used for the transcriber test at GoTranscript.
However,